Hey folks, welcome back. So this week we are continuing on with our window frames and trying to get the panes installed in those, put our glazing points in the glazing. And if you don't know what glazing is, that's basically just putty for windows. It seals around the edges of the panes. That's all it is. So anyways, we were working on that. We've got another, I think, 6 of those left to go. So hopefully we'll get that done this week. And I don't know, we may work on a couple other projects too if time permits. Alright, so we've got some old points in here that I thought I'd taken all of these out before I painted, but obviously that was not the case. Somebody wasn't paying very close attention when they did this. You know what I just realized? I didn't put glazing points in that last one that I just did. Son of a gun. Did I? Well, isn't that interesting? So this is one of the outer window panes. They were bundled into 2 bundles of 8 panes, I guess it was. And they had them wrapped up in this nice bright orange duct tape, which now that it's been on here for, we aren't going to talk about how long I've had these panes. It's really stuck right on there. Real nice. Okay, so this time I'm not gonna forget to put in the points. Alright, so today we are doing something a little bit different, and you can probably at least get some idea of what we're going to be doing from what we have in the grapple of the skid steer there. But we're going to head all the way up to the mountain, all the way back up there, and once we get up there I'll explain a little bit more about what we're going to do. We are about as far as this little trail goes that we've got coming up through here, but I got to make sure I don't fall because the snow is very well iced over. We are looking at that tree right back in there. It's an oak tree that uprooted itself, and it's nice and straight, and I think we could get some decent lumber out of it as well. The only problem is getting over to it, because going across through here it's really rocky, so I kind of got to figure out how I'm going to get over there. I may have to kind of come up the other little ridge and come over or something. I don't know. That's the first thing we got to figure out. Then once we can get close enough, we can start working on cutting off limbs and dragging it out of here. I think I've kind of found a little path that we can get up through here. The skid steer is over here, and I really don't have a way to get it across through this little bottom part because this is really rocky, and I don't want to throw a track up here this far away from the mill house where all my tools are that I would need to get the track back on. So we're going to play it safe. We're going to take it back down the mountain a little ways, and then we'll bring it back up this little ridge here. We'll have to clear a little bit of stuff out of the way, but I think we should be able to get up here, and then we can start working on limbing this tree and pulling some logs out. Well, I went and did exactly what I said I really wanted to make sure I didn't do, and that is I kind of got the track off of where it's supposed to be. It could be a lot worse, and I think I should be able to get this back on. And what I did is, it's kind of hard to see, but this piece is supposed to be in this groove, so it's gotten bumped over one spot from where it's supposed to be. And I've had this happen before, and one way you can do it is sometimes if you can get a rock in here, that'll lift the track away from this back sprocket, and it'll allow that to pop out back to where it's supposed to be, because it looks like everything else is where it's supposed to be except for that one. Okay, well that's back on track, and we didn't have much more room to back up here to get it on either, but that's on. Generally, if you have a track pop off, it means that you don't have enough tension in it, so I probably need to be a little bit more careful while I'm out here today until I can get that tightened up a little bit. I mean, you can pop it off under any circumstance if you do it right, but that wasn't too bad of a slope I was on, so I think I need to find a different way to get up to where I need to be. Now, I left my one camera up there to take a time lapse as I was coming back up this side, and it's probably wondering where I'm at, because it's taken me probably half an hour just to get to this point, and this isn't even in view of the other camera. Alright, well we made it to where we kind of have a start of a trail going up through here, but it's going to need a little bit of clearing to get up to that tree. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dump the saw and that stuff here, kind of in this flat-ish area, and then we'll just head up there and start ripping out whatever's in the way. All right, well, we made it up to our tree. Well, sort of. We got another log laying across here, another tree that fell down, so we gotta grab the chainsaw and cut a section out of this guy so that we can get up there. So once we cut this out, we'll just go up there and start trying to limb this thing, get it cut down into some log lengths, see how much we've actually got there that's usable, and probably by the time we do all that, it's gonna start getting dark. Oh, and before we start that, I gotta go over somewhere over there and grab my other camera, wherever that is. Alrighty folks, that is going to be it for this week's video. Next week we will be working on at least maybe one, maybe two new projects, one of which should look really good once we get it wrapped up. But we'll save that for next week to show you what that's going to be. So I think that's going to be it for this week. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.